Start দিছো
What?
Monday দিব
Everyone could run the program, right?
Yes, ma'am. I think Sri Lanka faced some problem.
Okay. So,
মেম মোৰ লেপটপটো Monday আহিব সাৰ্ভিস চেণ্টাৰৰ পৰা কি কৰিম
ঠিক আছে বাৰু। Others whoever executed the program, can you just share your screen? এজন First, who want to show?
Ma'am, laptop আছে ma'am video দেখাব লাগিব।
Okay.
Ma'am ফোনত ইউজ কৰি আছো এইটো।
মেম মই দেখাই আছো ৰব।
Okay. কোনোবা এটা start কৰিছা।
দেখিছেনে মেম?
দেখি আছো। মানে স্ক্রিন শেয়ার হইছে।
ভিডিঅ' কৰি দেখাইছো।
ভিডিও করে দেখাইছে। আচ্ছা। বাবা। চবে একেলগে নেদেখুৱাবা ৰ'বা। এজন এজনকে দেখুৱা। ফাৰ্ষ্ট কোনে দেখুৱাবা?
Ma'am মই
Roll,
উলিয়াই থৈছো ma'am।
roll number 18 is sharing screen. I can see your screen, but I cannot see anything else. I guess you are doing using mobile, right? Roll number 18. I can see. Okay. Yeah, roll number 18.
Yes, ma'am.
You are just showing your screen, right? You are trying to share your screen, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take your time, it's fine. Is it happening anything? Means I can see only your desktop or wallpaper.
Ma'am, may I share?
He is already sharing. He need to stop sharing. I guess then only you can share too. Roll number 18, can you just stop sharing your screen first? I think it's not working properly for you. Abdullah, can you hear me? Roll number 18, can you hear me? Can you just stop sharing screen for a while? Maybe it's not working. We can see only the wallpaper. Okay, okay. Thank you. Slow network, right? Okay. Uh, who wants to share? Is it Dipasri?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you share first. Okay, after Dipasri, Partha get ready, you will share your screen, or if you want to take video, it's fine too.
And this.
Okay, run it. Okay, enter the number of array. Okay, so it's showing the correct location, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You got the idea why I wrote I plus 1 there?
Ma'am, in the printf present is location
Yes,
as such.
yes,
Ma'am, because the index will be 2, but the location will be 3. That's why.
yes. Very good. Okay, okay. I can see yours. Okay, next you can stop sharing.
Ma'am, how to stop share?
There is a just
Oh,
you can
It's
just do like stop.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next part of একদম সৰু সৰুকে চাব লাগিব। Okay. মই মূৰটো ঘূৰাই ল'ব লাগিব। Okay, তোমাৰ ৰান হৈছে ন? Just wait for a while. I need to pick up a call. Okay, sorry. Next who wants to show? Next, Tanmay?
মোৰ লেপটপটো চাৰ্ভিচ চেণ্টাৰত আছে কৈছিলো
তুমি
মানডে আহিব
কৈছিলা, আচ্ছা। Next, Kiranjit?
ৱাটাৰ ডেমেজ হৈ গ'ল সেইটো কাৰণে
কি ক'লা?
মেম ৱাটাৰ ডেমেজ হৈ গৈছে মানডেও
অ,
দিয়া নাই ভা
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। Kiranjit?
মেম আহিছে মেম
Yeah. Isn't it better if you use your laptop for your classes? Then you can just simply share your screen. No need to show video like this. I seriously
बहुत नेट
can't see.
মানে মোবাইলতে আমি বহুত নেট পাই মেম
মোবাইলত কি হয়?
বহুত নেট কনজিউম কৰে মেম লেপটপতো আৰু কৰিব
আচ্ছা।
সেইদিনা মেম মোৰ 3.3 MB per second দেখাই আছে
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
এতিয়া বাৰু লেপটপত কিমান নাই
ওকে, রান করা। ওকে ওকে ওকে, হব। নেক্সট যোগেশ।
Is it okay, ma'am?
Wait, actually there is a big patch in front of your screen. I can see it actually.
Should I try it again then?
Yeah, just run it again. Okay.
And now is it showing clearly?
Yes, I can see this screen. Okay. It's still compiling, right? Is there any
No,
other
no, no.
screen?
And the output screen is still displayed.
Okay, I guess I cannot see the output screen one because it's coming like a patch. Yeah, that's the output screen, but I can see all like patch, gray color.
Back.
It's a problem for Cisco, I guess. Okay, it should be running perfectly. Okay, you can stop. Next, Soren. Soren, can you share your screen or just show the video?
Ma'am, if I send you a screenshot on WhatsApp, it will be okay because my network is not so much good.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Ma'am, I will send you a screenshot on the WhatsApp.
Okay, sure, fine.
Thank you,
Anyway,
ma'am.
Lexi, yeah, you share screen if you can. Lexi Singh. Is he online? Okay, next Iba.
Ma'am, my network is very slow, ma'am. I can't share my screen.
Okay, I guess everyone is having slow network. So you
Yes.
guys can just share your screen.
Okay.
Sorry. Send screenshot of your screen.
Screenshot. Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, I have a question for you all. If the element you are looking for in the array is appearing two times, suppose in location, okay, I'm not telling the location, it's just appearing two times or three times, then suppose in an exam, for example, like you have an array with 10 elements and you want to search for number 2 and number 2 appears two or three times in their list, then which location you will get using the linear search algorithm or program, location of which position it will give. First one. Okay, everyone said
Ma'am, can
first.
you please repeat again?
Okay, I'm asking, suppose you are looking for a particular element in a list and that element occurs 2 to 3 times in the list. Then which location your program should return? Maybe it
The
appears
very
in
first
number
one.
2 or number 6 or 10.
The very first one.
Yes, correct. So if any element you are looking for is in the list and it's appearing like 2 to 3 times, it will always show the first location, the location where it's appearing for the first time. So anyone try to find out the expression for running time for linear search? How many loops are there? See your program. How many loops? Two. Okay. So for two for loop, what will be the running time?
N square.
Yes. It is going to count time for both for loops. So for one for loop, running time will be n, and for other one also running time will be n. Correct or not? Are you getting my question? For loops. Anyone tried to evaluate the full expression for the running time? No, ma'am. Repeat once again. Okay, I'm asking what will be the expression for the running time? Means there are two for loops, then if else statement. What will be the expression for your running time?
Ma'am, both running time combined or both separately?
So for the whole program, I'm asking. So if for whole program, so of course you have to consider both loops.
Uh, N square
N square. Is it nested for loop?
or simple for loop?
Yes, this one is consecutive for loops, right? So this one won't be n square. This will be Cn plus Cn.
CN.
So total running time will be only n. So running time is linearly increasing with your input size.
Ma'am, if it would have been nested for loop, then it will be N square.
Yes, because there is a for loop within the for loop. One for loop takes your n number of times, right? Remember those rules. N for single for loop, if nested for loops it's n square, and for the consecutive instructions, because most of the program it's not only about one for loop, then we just need to add up the things, add up each and every line. So in your program, wait, I share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here this for loop will take n number of times, correct? Then again there is another for loop it will again take n times, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But these are not nested, like after one for loop there is another for loop. So you are just going to add up the running time. So n plus n. For this statement, your time will be constant. Remember yesterday I told you anything inside, it will be a constant time. Then in this for loop, we have another if else statement, right? So this if statement will run for n times 2. So anyway, it's going to take constant time. So total will be your Cn plus Cn, correct? For two for loops. Then again there is another for loop. Sorry, if statement. So this if statement is just checking whether condition is false or not. So it will just take a constant time. So ultimately you can say just C1, C2, C3. Okay. So your running time will be, you can say C1 C3, right? So you can just say it's C dash maybe n. We are going to ignore this constant part. So ultimately your running time will be, asymptotic notation will be On. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if your item, so this will be your worst case, right? So what will be your best case? What will be the running time for best case? What will be the best case? Best case means what?
Oh, one.
One.
Yes, correct. It's one. Why one?
Constant. The unit.
Why one? You said one, right? Just give me the explanation why it's one. Are you typing something? Why the best case is O1? Answer. How come it's O1? You said it's one, right? Why is it one? The best case can be reached when? If the element you are looking for is in the first position in the list. That means you do not have to traverse whole array or you no need to compare anything at all. Correct. It is just done in one time because the item you are looking for is in the first position. There is no comparison involved. You no need to traverse through all the list, whole list. It's just one step. You're just trying to find out the location of a particular item and you found it in the first position itself. So complexity is just one or one. Why worst case is was the other condition for the worst case? One I told you that the element is in the last position of the array or list. Was the other condition for worst case?
It will be
Someone is saying something? What's the other condition for worst case? If you are trying to find out an element or number in a list, what will be the worst case? Suppose you are trying to find out in a hundreds of number, what will be the worst case? Anyone? Yes, one condition is correct. If the element is located in the last. What's the next one? Was there another one? The second condition is that the element is not present in the list at all. You are looking for a particular item, like for hundreds or millions of
hello.
items, then it's not in the list at all. That's the another condition for worst case. So for worst case, two conditions: either your number is not present in the list or it is in the last position of the list. Is it
Ma'am,
clear?
are you listening? Hello.
Yes. What? Convert?
মেম নাজানো মই কৈ আছিলো এতিয়া এনচাৰটো মাজতে মোৰ অডিঅ' গুচি গৈছিলে নেকি?
আচ্ছা 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 মিটিং লগ আচ্ছা বুজি পাইছা এতিয়া is it clear to all just wait then what will be the average case here average case
Yes, in the middle of the array.
yes it's in the middle of the array that's correct so running time will be in average case as well running time will be just on why suppose the item you are looking for is in the middle. Yes, it's n. It's because suppose it's in the middle of the list. So ultimately you are doing some comparison, right? Suppose you are just, it's in the middle, that means you are dividing n by 2, correct? If it's in the middle of your list, you are dividing the input n by 2. And again, we are anyhow just disregarding or discarding the constant factor, right? It is also, it's not only n by 2, it's maybe c into n by 2, correct? So we are going to ignore the constant term. So ultimately, average case also it will be n. If you divide the list in the middle, then it will be n by 2. But this is not going to change because we are dividing it just by a constant factor here. So here as well, the average case will be O(n). So for linear search, if someone asks you the time complexity for linear search, it will be O(m). Linear means it's linearly increasing with the growth of your input size. Is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Binary search I won't start today. First, I will teach you the binary search in class. Then in next week, we will do the binary search program too. Then we will also evaluate the expression or the complexity for binary search program. Is it okay? Anyone has any doubt in linear search? It's very simple, right? You are just sequentially finding things one by one. Any doubt? Anyone? I didn't mute anyone though. If someone wants to unmute and want to say something, you can. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So next we will do binary search in the next week. Okay. Before today, next class. Didn't get anything, ma'am. Since okay. Sure. Charlaki, can you hear me now? Yeah. Noise. Deepa, can you just unmute yourself? Okay, I'm muting you. Okay, I'm muting you actually. You're already unmuted. Okay, okay. Can you hear now? Charlanki? Okay. So Charlanki, we are talking about the running time of linear search. Is it clear to you how we got N and O1? Sorry. Uh, Charlanki, your yes ma'am is for which? Can you explain once again? Anyone wants to explain this thing? Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to teach Charlanki? Because she missed half of the things. Who wants to explain? Anyone? If someone just come and say that I'll explain her, then I'll also understand that you are understanding me. Who wants to explain her? Imamlen, roll number 13. Tanmay,
Ma'am, more vocabulary skills.
এই নেলাগে vocabulary skills তোমাৰ এনে বুজাই দিয়াচোন
মই বস্তু মেম বুজাব নোৱাৰো ভালকে
তুমি বুজি পাইছা নহয় ট্ৰাই কৰা তেনেকৈ
মেম
লাহে লাহে শিকিবা
মেম এই হিন্দীও বুজি নাপায় হিন্দী হ'লেও বুজাব ট্ৰাই কৰিলো মেম মেম একদম একো বুজি নাপাব মেম মই বুজালে উল্টা কনফিউজ লাগিব
আহ, আহ, योगेश
ए योगेश तू समझा दे तू समझाता भी बहुत अच्छा है
हाँ okay योगेश do that for me योगेश
मैम मेरे को भी ये वाला टॉपिक उतना अच्छे से क्लियर नहीं हुआ है।
तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आया
हाँ मैम उतना क्लियरली नहीं आया मैम वीडियोस तो देख रहा हूँ मैं तब पहले वाला क्लास का
clearly नहीं आया linear search okay then I repeat again
नहीं मैम लीनियर सर्च वाला तो नहीं वो जो एल्गोरिथम थे ना
अच्छा तुम हर linear search ही समझा दो इसे
मैम वो क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहे हैं मैं नहीं समझा
just explain her how we got ON in case of linear search
हाँ मैम मेरे को भी वही डाउट है मैम वो डेटा स्ट्रक्चर से रिलेटेड ना वही
मतलब ON कैसे आया तुम्हें भी समझ में नहीं आया is it
हाँ मैम इतना क्लियर नहीं है
हाँ तो वो बोलो okay I am sharing the screen okay see what we do in case of linear search I forgot to bring my writing pad today suppose we have elements 3 6 7 8 9 and suppose your target is 1 okay so your output size is what output size sorry why I'm saying output input size sorry what's the size how many elements 6 okay so your target is 1 so in linear search what we do we first go to locations one by one so here your index is 0 then next your index is 1 2 3 4 and 5 correct so first your pointer will be here so your target is 1 and you are getting it just in one step so if you are getting your element in the first position itself that means this is your the best case the best possible way you can find a particular item in a list. So your best case running time will be O1 because you are not comparing your target value with anything. So here it's just comparing whether 1 is equal to 1 or not. And it's yes, therefore it's just one step done, best case done. So suppose now your target is 9. Okay. So now it's comparing whether 1 is equivalent to 9 or not. It's not. So it will shift to the other one. What's the next item? It's 3. So it's asking whether it's 3 is equivalent to 9 or not. Again, it's no. Next, it will move pointer to the next location and we'll see whether this 4 is equal to 9 or not. Again, answer is no. Then again, it will move to the next one and we'll see whether 6 is equal to 9 or not. Again, it's not here, so it will move here. We'll check whether it's same or not. Then finally, it will move to the last position and it will check whether it's equal to 9. So now your answer is right. Therefore, it will give you, means how many comparison you have done in this case. Okay, meeting is going to end. I'll start it again, okay? You will join again. I just cut this meeting, then you join again. Is it okay to all?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just ending this meeting, then you guys join again.